You have to be able to pinpoint when people are draining you. You have to be able to pinpoint when an environment is not good for you. And you have to remove yourself or change completely the way you are engaging with this environment and with these people. Peace and prosperity. Welcome back to Earth's Feminine. In today's video, we are going to be unpacking why you need to remove broke people and broke energy from your life now. This video is in response to a question I received on my video, Signs the Feminine Universe is Sending You Your Money Now. So that is what I'm going to be diving into in today's video. Before I go deep, I want to let you all know the Wealthy Woman Activation Training is the 3 steps that I took in order to start to instantly shift my relationship with money and with my relationships with men instantaneously. Okay, these are the 3 steps that I believe really the 3 things that you need to be doing regularly for really your whole entire life so that you can continue to understand where it is that you have a bad relationship with money, where it is that you have a bad relationship with the way that you perceive men, the way that you relate to men and relationships. So, this activation training is something that honestly, it will instantly transform your relationship to life and your ability to receive. So, if you're ready to let go of anxiety around money, desperation for love, then the Wealthy Woman Activation Training is the training for you. Now, along with that, you are also able to add on the Soft Life Experience. The Soft Life Experience is a mistress class that I designed specifically for women who are wanting to begin allowing men to start financially and practically supporting them. So, in the Soft Life Experience, I'm breaking down how to really start making that transition into allowing men to financially provide for you, take you out of survival mode, and start enabling you to experience a softer life when it comes to men and also when it comes to life in general, the mindset that you really need to take on in order for you to have power over money and not the other way around. If you're interested in signing up for that, the link is down below in the description. And without further ado, we're going to hop straight into the video. So here is the question that I'm going to be diving into. So it says, I'm currently in the process of manifesting money because I want to move to a different state, but I live in a negative environment right now. How do I block out my current situation to manifest what I know is possible? All right, so I actually replied to this comment, but I wanted to go ahead and make a video on this because it's important. And I also did a poll in the community chat asking y'all, hey, do y'all want to know how to block out negative influences when you are manifesting? Okay, and majority of y'all said that that was a video that you wanted to see from me when you are surrounded by negativity in a negative environment, surrounded by really I like to call it broke energy, right? When you're around broke energy, when you're around broke people, because negative energy is not inherently bad, okay? And that is something that I've reiterated on this channel. Negative energy represents feminine energy. What we really want to be able to pinpoint and acknowledge is broke energy. When people have a broke energy, when people are broken and they need healing, that is what we need to be aware of more so than, oh, when something is negative. Because this is the thing, the only reason that you feel negatively about the environment that you're in, about the people that are surrounding you, is because you have this newfound strong desire to have more money, to become wealthy, to be the wealthy version of you, to be embodied in your riches, in your golden essence, in your golden aura. And so when that desire is birthed in you, it's going to start to highlight the energy that does not match up with that desire. You're going to start to feel the difference. You're going to start to feel the contrast, okay? So, the strong desire that you have now for more money, more wealth, this new reality that is wealthy, is the wealthy version of you. It's going to make these negative emotions that you have about these broke people, the people that are embodying the broke energy, the broke environment, is going to make it stronger. So, this is why these people, this environment is making you feel this way. All right. Is because of the new desire that you have, because I'm sure at one point you were able to be around these same people and be just fine. You were able to be in this environment that you're in. Clearly, I mean, like, if you're living in an environment for a pretty long time, I know for me, in my experience, for those of you who have been with me, since Asaya Mystic, um, my first YouTube channel, and for those of you who like know me, you all know that I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and that I skyrocketed my way across the country into the Pacific Northwest. And the energy that I was in at the time, I was experiencing that negative feeling from my environment, from the people that I was dealing with, from the partner that I had at the time, right? It was like the beginning seedlings of that. And it birthed the desire for me. Actually, it was like I didn't even, the manifestation of me moving to the Pacific Northwest was not something that I even planned for, or that I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. It just, I had the opportunity and I didn't think twice about it because of the negativity I was experiencing with my partner at the time, the toxic relationship I was in with that. Um, and the growth that I feel was on the horizon. So for me, moving across the country to the Pacific Northwest, and the negative energy that I would feel every time I would attempt to go back, because I attempted to go back to New Orleans and kind of see how it would feel if I wanted to come back and everything like that. And when I came back, the contrast, the negative energy, it was even stronger. I was starting to really see, oh my gosh, these people are like impoverished. They have this poverty mindset, they have this poverty energy, and the energy of poverty isn't necessarily that you're thinking like outwardly, I don't have any money. It's not obvious. And this is why the Wealthy Woman Activation Training is so important, because it is unveiling to you what would be otherwise oblivious, is making it obvious, okay? Is making that energy, that poverty energy, obvious. So the negative energy that you feel is good, okay? In order for you to start blocking it out, you actually have to make peace with it. You have to accept that this is what I'm feeling and this is what I'm seeing, and you have to turn off the angst that you have towards this environment and these people. You have to completely turn off your focus and attention towards these environments and these people. That is what you have to do, okay? When I was manifesting my way out of my mom's house in the chaos of being and living with my mom after I had my daughter, I had to turn off my focus on whatever was going on in that house, whoever was making me feel like this, whoever was making me feel like that. Um, I had to turn off all of my focus onto the crazy. I had to just let it go. And I had to completely make peace with what was happening. So the way that I made peace with what was happening is that I accepted that this experience has served me. I accepted that these people have served me. And now it's time for this this life that I'm pouring into the situation, because that's what you're doing essentially. You are pouring life into the things that you are giving your energy to, whether it is negative or positive. So by you feeling negative energy towards something, you're giving it power. By you feeling negative energy towards anything, you're giving that power. So you have to make peace with the fact and the truth that this environment and these people have served me. For me, it was acknowledging that, yeah, I needed this space at the time, right? I needed a safe space to be with my daughter for this period of time. I needed this safe space of being with my mom and experiencing what I was experiencing with her and everything like that. Like, I needed this experience. I needed to go back to New Orleans and realize like how impoverished the city was, how brainwashed a lot of the men are and misogynistic a lot of the men are. I had to experience that. I had to see that. I mean, there were conversations that I was having with, my cousin, like, who me and my cousin are like tight. Like, we grew up 6 months apart, so we're basically like the same age. Um, and we were like always around each other. We're like the closest out of all our cousins. We're the closest. And I remember coming back to New Orleans and having a conversation with him because he was going through some things with his girlfriend at the time. They were supposed to get married, and like, I'm listening to him, tell me everything that was going on and all of the things. And I remember just being like, oh my gosh, like, my cousin is kind of misogynistic. Like, my cousin kind of has this poverty mentality. Like, everything was becoming clearer to me from me having these desires to expand and grow and become the wealthiest version of myself. So these things are serving you. And the only way that you can block it out is by accepting it and making peace with the fact that it is, in fact, serving you. And once you can do that, you can release the experience a lot easier. Once you realize when you're in an environment or when you're around people or when somebody is in your life that has this broke energy. Well, for me, it started to become really easy to pinpoint when somebody was not on the same trajectory as me and on that same path of wealth and abundance. When it came to the men that I was dating, when it came to the friendships that I had, it could be anyone. But if you really pay attention to people, they will show you where they are vibrating at. And so, from my previous video, I talked about being a high value woman, being a high frequency woman. You also need to understand that people can lower your frequency. Environments can lower your frequency. Anything can lower your frequency. And what I also reiterated in that video is that the key is being able to recognize where you are giving your power away. So the negative feelings that you have is a part of your power. Depending on what you do with those negative emotions, you either fuel the continuation of you being in that negative environment, you being in that negative frequency, and you attracting people who want to feed off of your energy, right? Who want to feed off of your wealth, your glow, right? And create further resistance for you in achieving your highest self. It's super important to remove, okay, and stop engaging with environments and with people who are poverty, who have that broke energy. You used to engage with the environment in a certain way when you didn't have the desires that you have now. But now you have to engage differently with respects to the wealthy version of you that you are stepping into, that you essentially are. It's really not a stepping into, it's really not a becoming, but it's a realizing that this is who you truly are, and everyone else is having trouble connecting to their true self because of all of the noise, conditioning. And what I'm going to go ahead and say in this video is parasites. The parasitic influence, okay? I've talked about parasitic entities on Asaya Mystic a lot more than I have on this channel, I feel like. But really, essentially, I think maybe in one other video that I did, like a motivational video, I'll tag that video into this one. But parasitic entities are real. Okay. Just as there are parasites in the physical, there's also spiritual parasites. Okay. And if you don't know if somebody has poverty or broke energy, you also won't be able to tell if they are parasitic. You need to be able to tell when people are parasitic, because you cannot engage with these people or these environments in the same way that you would someone that is, or an energy that is symbiotic, okay? An energy that is symbiotic, that is healing, that is growing, not leeching, not taking. So if somebody is in your environment and they are constantly ranting, they are constantly venting to you about life, about politics, about this, about that, like I at this point in my life, I have a almost zero tolerance policy for venting. And I started to realize when I was also venting, the only people that we should be venting to, or that people who are venting to you are should be people who are paying you to listen to them vent and talk about all of their issues. Okay? Because if not, it's just going to be draining you. Okay? If you have a therapist, vent to your therapist. Do not vent to people, because you are creating an energetic environment that is saying that I'm okay with draining energy. I don't want to I don't want to have conversations that create. I want to have conversations that keep me in the same environment, that keep me in the same predicament. People think that venting, benefits them, but it only benefits them when you have somebody who is professionally helping you to understand what you need to heal, okay? Not so you can vent just to vent and then not do anything, not make any changes, and not go on that healing journey with whatever it is that's going on in your life. So if people are constantly venting to you, then that is a parasitic energy. You need to cut that out. That's a broke energy. And I feel like I need to bring that up because women do that a lot. Women do it a lot. And there's a fine line between um having a healing conversation about something and just ranting, venting, and gossiping. Gossiping is a whole nother, that's a whole nother, that's black magic, okay? Gossiping. That's a whole nother thing. The whole point of a parasitic entity, right, is to drain you. And if you don't want to look at it as parasitic, look at it as low frequency, low vibrational, okay? The law of vibration states that when you have a certain energy, a certain aura about you, and you step into a space or you're engaging with people consistently that you know are not on the same vibration as you, that are not on the same level as you, then the law of vibration states that they must take from your energy. They must take from you because you have to, they have to rise in order to engage with you. So they're going to be feeding off of you. They're going to be feeding off of your energy. And again, the only way that this is good is if they are paying you, or there's some kind of energetic exchange, which then it wouldn't make it right parasitic, right? So you have to be able to pinpoint when people are draining you. You have to be able to pinpoint when an environment is not good for you. And you have to remove yourself or change completely the way you are engaging with this environment and with these people. Parasitic energies, low frequencies, they are going to do their best to derail you. They're going to do their best to drain you. They're going to do their best to make you focus on things that are completely not relevant to whatever your intentions are for what you want to create, aka distracting you. Okay, you have to be able to tell when people have this spirit over them or when people have this energy over them. You have to be able to see that, and it doesn't matter who it is. It could be your family member, it could be your friend, it could be your mama, it could be, anything. Okay, it could be anything or anyone. You have to be able to see, okay, this is what that is. I have to change the way I'm engaging with this. I have to change the dynamic of my relationship with this. I have to remove this, right, or minimize my interactions with this so that I can manifest my money, my riches, my wealth, and not have that impede on my emotions, have me giving away power to these things. Okay, so don't be baited into any arguments. Do not allow yourself to be baited into any arguments. Do not allow yourself to be baited into any toxicity. Just completely starve things that want to drain you. And I'm just kind of looking back on my life and all the parasitic energies that I feel were in my life. And it's like, once you start operating from that level, it's not going to be easy at first. It's not going to be easy at first because this is new to you. This is new to you, and it's also new to everything that has been used to draining you, everything that has been used to treating you a certain way, everything that has been used to the poverty version of you, essentially. So once you start stepping into that wealthy version, it's a new aura, it's a new energy. Most people are not going to like it. They're going to think you changing and having this higher energy or operating in a different way is somehow taking away from them or is somehow disrespecting them. Let it be what it's going to be. Okay, that is just what it is, and you have to accept it. One of the biggest things that hold women back from manifesting their dream love life, manifesting wealth and abundance, is their negative emotions. If you are interested in working with me in manifesting your best life when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your finances, then Valued and Worthy is the program for you. One of the first things that we go deep into within Valued and Worthy is learning how to release negative energy, learning how to not only release it, but transmute it. And as we progress further into the course, especially into module 3, I'm teaching you how to transmute specific emotions, specific negative emotions, and exactly how to channel it to get immediate results in your manifestations. Because these emotions are telling us what is being created in our life, and because we typically don't see negative emotions as guidance, we see it as validation to a reality that we don't want. And that needs to change in order for you to really step into your full power as a woman. So, if you're interested in signing up for Valued and Worthy, really transforming your relationship with money and with men, then the link to that is down below in the description box. If you are wanting to work with me one-on-one or in a group setting within Valued and Worthy, then make sure to send me a DM to my Instagram at Earth Feminine, and I will send you the details to that. This is how you quote unquote block out negative energies in your life that you feel like are impeding on manifesting your best reality possible, especially when it comes to money in relationship to the comment. Y'all let me know, what do y'all think about this video? Are you having a hard time manifesting the things that you want in life, manifesting more money, manifesting a new reality, because there are low frequency and parasitic things around you that are just continuously draining your energy? If so, what has your experience been in releasing those things from your life? What has been your biggest roadblock? And what do you feel like has been the thing that has made it more easy to do these things, to remove these things from your life and really set strong and clear boundaries? Let me know down in the comment box below, and I will see you all in my next video.